let's make jerk pot roast with sweet potato grits using DivineKuizine's jerk rub and DivineKuizine sugar spice. Welcome back to my channel. This is Shay, and on my channel, I create cooking videos using my DivineKuizine products, talking about entrepreneurship and also home decor. So if you're interested in any of these topics, go ahead and get ready to watch this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can always be notified when I get another video. Okay, so today I'm going to be making a jerk pot roast using the DivineKuizine jerk rub. So we're gonna jerk it up. Right now is I'm just gonna poke a few holes in the meat. So this will give the meat, the seasoning, or what we season it with will go all through the meat. It'll season it. So with beef, you like to season a lot. So, it doesn't hurt to, you can't really over season, I guess you can over season anything, but I'm gonna put some salt on both sides of the meat. Don't forget, I will have the measurements at DivineKuizine.com. You can get all various recipes that I make. So then we're gonna take some seasoned pepper. I love seasoned pepper. I get the McCormick one, so we have some seasoned pepper. And then of course, green seasoning. You can also get the recipe for my green seasoning on my website at DivineKuizine. So we're gonna go ahead and put some green seasoning in here. Smells so good too. I made it this morning, y'all. And then we have the infamous DivineKuizine jerk rub. And this can get kind of spicy, so you want to take it with a grain of salt. Maybe start with, if you haven't used it before, maybe start with 1 or 2 teaspoons, and then whatever your heat intake is, then you can go from there. I'm gonna go ahead. I kind of wanted a little spice, so I'm gonna do 3 teaspoons for it. And then we're going to rub all this together. We're gonna get some olive oil. Let me get a little olive oil. A little olive oil. And then we're gonna just mix all this together in the bowl and try to massage all that. Have about 2 teaspoons of olive oil in here, and you wanna get the pan really hot. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put our roast in here. We're gonna put it in here. We're just gonna let it cook for a little bit just to get brown on both sides. And then we'll go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients. So we've already browned the roast. So now we're gonna end up adding some carrots, red onions, colored peppers, a little bit of thyme, tomato paste, and beef broth. The whole roast covered. So you're gonna put the top on, and then we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 for an hour, hour and a half. Okay, y'all, so we're getting ready to make a little bit of gravy for the roast. So we got 2 tablespoons of butter, flour. I'll season it with some salt and some pepper. Right. We got a nice peanut butter brown for the gravy. So now we're gonna add some of the liquid from the roast into here, and we're gonna stir. So I have a Merlot, and this just gives it a little more richness. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the top on this, let this thicken. We're getting ready to make sweet potato grits. Yes, sweet potato grits using DivineKuizine's sugar spice as the sweetener. Do 3 cups of water, 1 cup heavy cream. And we're gonna bring this to a boil, and then we're gonna add our grits in and whisk them together. We're gonna put a chicken bouillon cube in the water. Okay, y'all, so we're gonna put the 1 cup of grits in, and you wanna continuously stir so you don't get any lumps. I'm gonna go ahead and put it down on low, and I'm gonna put the top on and let them kind of cook, but I'm gonna keep coming back and forth and whisking them. Yeah, so the grits are getting a little thicker, so we're gonna go ahead and put some butter in here. We're gonna go ahead and put our sweet potatoes in here. We're gonna kind of whisk that around, stir that around in there. And you can do a little masher around in there. Our DivineKuizine sugar spice. So I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of the DivineKuizine, maybe 2.5 of the sugar spice. it's just optional. We're gonna just put a tad of little cayenne pepper in there. And you're gonna take some maple syrup. You're gonna pour a little bit of the maple syrup in there. Don't worry, I don't have all the measurements. We're gonna use some hearty cheese, but you can do whatever cheese of your choice, but I like hearty. It's creamy, so I'm gonna do 3 slices of potato in there. For the earthiness, a little bit of rosemary. Not a lot, because you don't want the rosemary to overpower. A little bit of salt. And I'm gonna just let this all melt and combine together, and we'll be ready to plate up. Okay, y'all, so we have finished making our jerk pot roast using our DivineKuizine jerk rub, and also our sweet potato grits using the DivineKuizine sugar spice. I cannot wait to go in and taste this last meal of 2024. So we have our sweet potato grits here, they're nice and creamy. Let me get close here. Pick it up a little bit. This nice tender jerk pot roast. So we're gonna go ahead and just put a few of the pieces on top. The juices from the jerk rub, remember we made that wonderful gravy, and that had some of like the carrots and peppers. So we're gonna go ahead put some of the gravy on top like so, and then garnish with a little bit of parsley. There you have it, jerk pot roast. So we're getting ready to go in and taste these sweet potato grits and this jerk pot roast. Last video of the year, last taste of the year. Okay? So I'm gonna start with these sweet potato grits. You know this is black sweet potato grits. You can really taste the sweet potatoes. The sweet potato. My sweet potato was really sweet anyway. It was like a Garrett sweet potato. And then I had that maple sugar, and I had that DivineKuizine sugar spice. And then the earthiness, so you got that sweetness, but then you got the earthiness from that rosemary. Like creamy. That hearty cheese was the perfect cheese because it's kind of mild, so it doesn't overpower the sweet potatoes or the grits. And now we're gonna go in for this pot roast. And this is nice and tender. That pot roast is good. It's nice. It's tender. You see, I can just cut it with a fork. It's got a little spice to it, but not a whole lot. But you can taste the jerk sauce in it, or jerk rub actually, seasoning. With that gravy, it melts in your mouth. Got a carrot. So what this does is a jerk, but you got a little kick from the jerk seasoning, a little spice to it, not a lot, but a little bit. And then you also got the sweetness from the grits. So it bounces out, so you're kind of getting a hot, sweet, and then earthy from the rosemary all together. This is a must make. To get this recipe and more, go to DivineKuizine.com. Love y'all. Chef Shay.